Hello, lovely people. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful day. It is a beautiful fall day here at the meeting place of heaven and earth, and I'm excited to share a story with you. God and Goddess, thank you so much for this beautiful day and all the blessings that you give us. Thank you for safe travels and for providing for our needs. Thank you for the opportunity to read in church next weekend and all of the other exciting things that are unfolding on this spiritual journey. Please help us to lead with love and kindness and become the best versions of ourselves possible. In the name of Elohim, I pray. Amen. Today is Humanity Day on the Nazarean calendar, and the prayer is, Our God and Goddess, immanent and transcendent, send to all your angel of peace. To humanity, send your angel of holy work. If you have not figured out what your holy work is yet, you can always start by doing acts of kindness and shining the light of light and love that you have inside of you to this fallen and contested world. Today, I wanted to read a story that I've actually read to you before, but the reason that I wanted to read it to you today is because, let me make sure I can see my camera, I got my own Pentagram Pendant necklace. So I know people are going to be wondering why I am wearing it, and therefore I wanted to share this story with you. So this is coming from the Holy Godspell, chapter 16 in the Holy Megillah, the Nasarean Bible of the Essene Way, translated by Dave Greenleaf and available at essene.org. In chapter 16, we read about the 5th birthday celebration of Yahshua. He visits the House of Butterflies and is taught by his great-grandfather, Yakin. Chapter 16, verse 37. When Yahshua was 5, he entered the House of Butterflies, which is called Butterfly School. Behold, this is the children's school within Essene Mountain of Peace. For lo, in the manner that the caterpillar first crawls and then takes to the air as a butterfly, so is the path of the child. Behold, the goals of the House of Butterflies are the Bikurim, the first fruits. And the first goal of the lessons is that each child learns Hesed, which is kindness. Wherefore, Hesed is called the Bikur, which means the first fruit. For lo, what good is knowledge if one has not a foundation in kindness? Lo, the master teacher at the school was a great Yidioni named Yakin, a wise one, a wizard. And Yakin was Yeshua's great-grandfather, being the grandfather of his mother, Mary. And the garden master of the House of Butterflies was a great prophetess named Anwa. Behold, she was the great-grandmother of Yeshua, being the wife of Yakin. On the first day that Yeshua sat with Yakin in Butterfly School, Yakin taught him the way of kindness. Yakin pointed to a drawing of an upright star of 5 points and said, Behold, the star of compassion. Each of the 5 points of this star has a precept associated with it. These 5 precepts are called the precepts of kindness for people of the upright star, which is the star of compassion. And this upright star is like unto the figure of a human with 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. Wherefore, the first precept is called the right leg, the second precept, the left leg, and the third precept, the right arm, the fourth precept, the left arm, and the 5th precept is the head. Know that at the center of the star is a heart. Wherefore, this is the star of compassion. And within that heart is written a word, love. And that word, and within that heart is written a word, and that word is love. For lo, compassion is a fruit of love. Behold, this star shines brightly over the kind ones of humankind. And this star is the symbol of the human being perfected in love. Then, as a gift to Yeshua in celebration of his 5th birthday and first day of Butterfly School, Yakin placed a pentagram pendant around his neck. Yakin told Yeshua, Behold, these are the 5 precepts of kindness for people of the upright star. Precept 1, the guiding principle. Be kind to all creatures as you wish kindness done to you, for so will it be done, if not in this life, then in the life to come. Precept 2, forgive yourself, but grow kinder. Forgive yourself the trespass that is bound with being human. Even the vegetarian is not without violence. Yea, even the holy farmer disturbs the ant nest, and the gentle gardener occasionally kills a worm, for this comes with breaking the ground. Forgive yourself the trespass bound with being human, but lovingly walk the path of kindness with all your heart and strength, taking what steps you can toward ever increasing kindness toward all living beings. Precept 3, a key to kindness. Truly hope for the best for all beings, human and non-human. But know that what is truly best for a being, and what a being may believe is best, may not be one and the same. Lo, truly hope for what is truly best for each being, leaving it to Jaja to determine what is best. For behold, a hunter might believe it best that he slay many creatures, but Jaja may believe it best that he cease killing. Precept 4, another key to kindness. Wed your kind hopes with daily deeds of kindness. Precept 5, the most needful thing. To grow steadily in kindness, one thing is most needed. You must truly desire with all your heart to be kind. Behold, after Yakin spoke the 5 precepts of kindness for people of the upright star, he said to Yahshua, your first lesson is to learn the first sentence of the first precept of kindness. That precept is the guiding principle of the house of kindness, which is Butterfly School. Yea, your first lesson is to remember and repeat aloud the first sentence of the first precept. Lo, I will help you. We will read it aloud together many times, and there is no hurry. Even if it takes until you are as old as me, and, like me, you have grown a long white beard, that is okay. I would still love you very much. But you are a smart boy and will likely learn the words of the first sentence fast, and then we will learn the rest of the words of the first precept. And on other days, we will learn the other precepts. For behold, together they form one star of compassion. Then, lo, old Yakin laughed joyfully, and so did young Yahshua. Yakin laughed to enlighten the teaching, for the master teacher senses the balance in every moment and acts accordingly. Yahshua laughed at the thought of himself with a beard like great-grandfathers. I really, really love that story, and it should let me switch over here to this other graphic that I made that goes along with this, one of my favorite teachings in the Megillah, and that just shows the same concepts written out, shows the different precepts in their most, concise form. And so I wanted to share that with you today because, again, I'm really excited that I got my Pentagram Pendant and really wanted to embody these teachings and show the world a different way of being. We all have light inside of us, and if you're like me, you came here to be the hands and feet of Christ. We came to be light in this world, and although we have fallen and we have forgotten and we have stumbled and made a bunch of mistakes, there's still forgiveness for us. And, God and Goddess are cheering us on, just wanting us to remember why we came and align ourselves with that, not beating us up over the mistakes of the past. So hopefully you read some of the Megillah and have been inspired by it to some extent. I definitely have. I read it like every day. I try to just read more and more and see what God and Goddess have in store for us. So that being said, David D says, beautiful pentagram necklace. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me switch myself back over to this screen. Cool. Shayla says, is there anywhere I can purchase the Megillah from for a good price? That is a good question. So the final edition, I don't know why I was just stuttering there. The final Megillah, the final edition of the Megillah is going to be out within the next year, hopefully within the next few months. And they're actually going to have a free PDF online for it. I'm not really sure as far as what the prices of those are going to be. I would love to maybe even start some sort of sponsorship thing where maybe people that have money can donate to help people that can't afford it to get them. Obviously, printing stuff on paper and in a physical form costs money. I'm not involved with any of the sourcing of the materials or any of that, so I'm not really sure what that is going to entail. But I do understand that this is a hefty price, $100, and also paying for shipping, and it's also not the complete Megillah yet. So I personally love this book, and I have driven to Florence multiple times to buy more of them, even though I know that it doesn't have all of the chapters. But for the sake of money, yeah, you could just wait for a little while until the final version comes out, and then we can see what happens with that. I know that I can't say that. I just will be in a place where I can help distribute them, and I'll just leave it at that for now because I can't make any promises right now, but I know that things are going to open up in the pipelines to help provide the message to be distributed. So we'll make sure that everyone can get it, because that's like the key to the millennial reign, according to these scriptures, is distributing the Megillah and having the world accept it and embrace the teachings. And that's a hard feat. So getting it into an easily distributable form is really important so that we can do that work and really try to wake people up. Even the average truther knows how hard it is to wake people up to random topics, but the spiritual and religious topic or side of things is even more hard when people think that their relationship with God or their eternal salvation depend on these beliefs and thoughts. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, but I have hope that people are ready and we can just plant seeds and know that everything is gradually moving towards the eventual salvation of all beings. Even if the battle is temporarily lost, the war is not over and things are still moving towards better days. So David D says, interesting that the real religion of God is represented by the pentagram, and the real inverted religion of Satan is represented by the inverted pentagram, by the inversion of God's will, God's path. Yeah, we should actually do a little bit more of a deep dive into the pentagram at some point in time, because even mainstream history will show that early Christians used the pentagram as a sign of protection and to symbolize man, and to also connect with the elements and different stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have to look at that in the future, but you're right, that is interesting that the pentagram is their inversion, because that's what they do, right? They don't really make up anything new. They just simulate what is and pervert it and corrupt it and invert it. And yeah, so that's kind of the name of their game. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Dave says the upright star, beautiful symbolism of the divine masculine and feminine balance within each of us. And yeah, absolutely. I was also just reading another section here that involves the pentagram as well. So in the future, we should do a deep dive into that. I just wanted to share with you today this story because I literally just got this in the post yesterday, and I'm just super excited and know that people are going to be questioning about it. So wanted to kind of jump ahead of the curve and know that people are going to judge unrighteously no matter what. People are always looking for something, and especially I was in mainstream Christianity, that's where I came from, and so I have been through all of these symbols are demonic, these hand gestures are evil, the colors, all of the stuff. I've already been through all of that and came out the other side to realize that these things were originally good and they have been stolen and perverted and corrupted over time. So we need to be looking under the surface and really willing to deep dive, but so many people aren't. Even in what just came to mind was the people in the transvestigation community that'll be like, oh, if you're wearing a choker, you have an Adam's apple. But they don't you can see pictures of the same people without the Adam's apple. And it's just like they're looking for something and they are just trying to like throw mud and try to see whatever sticks. So hopefully you look under the surface and really care about the truth of the matter, so that it's not this religious programming coming in and perverting everything. Mainstream Christianity is a perversion of the true teachings of Christ and God and Goddess, and therefore their outlook is all also perverted in a way, because the foundation is wrong. In this, we see the Nazarenes having different rules. They would literally use different oracular methods and traditions, things that would be labeled New Age or pagan or demonic. Even yoga is labeled demonic, right? And a lot of that is to keep us from these spiritual connections. In the future, I'm going to be doing a lesson on Hatha Yoga according to the Megillah. I've been working on learning the different teachings of Christ and Miriam regarding yoga, and I would love to show you some of the moves that they recommend. They would do yoga on a daily basis, usually with their morning and evening communions. So it was a really big part of what they would teach. And that yoga is not just, also there's obviously the physical yoga of the movement, but also the different yoga, like the sun yoga, wisdom yoga, and the different ways that you're actually interacting in life. So we'll have to get into that in the future, and that will be for a different day. Dade says, they judge and misunderstand. The direction it's pointed means everything, just like us. That is a really good point too, right? The direction is everything, meaning everything. Absolutely. We're either spinning up or we're spinning down. And the best dance is the dance of the upward spiral. David D says, Essene.org is where to buy a physical Megillah for $100 plus shipping. Yeah, and they actually, the last time that I was up there, they only had like 100 or so left of these copies. They're not, I don't think that they're going to do another run of these books before the next Megillah comes out, because it's just a waste of money. So yeah, get them while you can. But the next one will be coming out sometime soon. So, all right, everybody. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll be back on here tomorrow for the noontime peace contemplation, and then on Wednesday at 3:30. Oh wait, tomorrow is Wednesday. Okay. I'm on the Nazarene calendar, so I'm constantly like, what day is it? I don't even know half the time. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 3:30, conspiracy time, truth or topics. I would love for you to join. Until then, I hope that you have a wonderful day. May God and the Goddess empower you and light your way.